Once upon a time, there was a girl named Little Red who lived on the edge of a dark forest. Little Red had long, flowing, dark brown hair and big brown eyes with a petite figure. Although she was small, Little Red had a very dangerous and daring way about her. To avoid long trips into town, she often took shortcuts through the forest, even though her mother had always warned against it. On the day of one of the biggest parties of the year, Little Red spent almost all morning in preparation for the big night. After an hour of doing her makeup to the point of perfection, Little Red put on her favorite red t-shirt and took off to town. Cutting through the forest, Little Red heard some unexpected noises and could feel something different in the air, but thinking it was just the buzz of the party anticipation, she ignored it and went on her way. After gathering the ingredients needed for her grandmother's famous homemade cookie recipe, Red was forced to wait in line for over an hour because of the lack of cashiers. While waiting in line, Little Red contemplated leaving the market and not taking cookies to the party, for fear of running out of time. But she knew these cookies were more than worth it. After paying for her groceries, Little Red started on her way home, back through the dark forest. Once again, she could feel that something was different. It almost seemed as if someone was watching her. After following her grandmother's recipe exactly, Little Red heard the timer ring, and could smell the wonderful smell of the fresh-baked cookies. She knew that these cookies would steal the show at the party. Little Red changed from her red t-shirt to her beautiful red gown and her favorite party shoes. Little Red grabbed her basket, but before leaving the house, tweeted saying, "I just baked 24-karat gold youthful cookies. Be at the party tonight to have a taste and keep your skin baby smooth." Receiving over 100,000 retweets and favorites, she knew that the people had fallen for her trick and believed the tweet. On her way to the party, she almost decided to go through town, but since the wait at the market left her a little behind schedule, she decided to challenge the forest once again, despite the noises and feelings she had earlier experienced. This time going through the forest, she knew the noises were real and not just in her head, as she knew someone was watching her and was getting closer. As Little Red started to see the edge of the forest, she looked behind her, only to see who was watching her, a wolf. "Give me those golden cookies, Red," the wolf barked at her. Instead of letting this wolf ruin her night at the party, she turned on the wolf and let out the scariest growl she could manage. At the growl, the wolf turned away, scared, and didn't see an uprooted tree, causing him to trip, rolling to a stop several feet away. Though the wolf was large and ferocious, Red was not scared. She ran over to the wolf and tied his arms and legs up, leaving him in the cold forest all night. After defeating the wolf, Red realized that she was capable of more than any normal girl. Red was born with a great strength, not only physically but within herself. Upon this realization, Red decided to use her newfound strength to come clean about her cookies. Feeling even more guilty about her lies, she told the truth even though she feared the reaction of the guests. However, no one seemed to mind that they had been deceived. Instead, they were glad that Red was able to tell the truth. Everyone ate the cookies and partied all night long. The end.